Hello my Foonatics, it's Fufu here, and today I have an incredible Wi-Fi match for you against a follower from Twitter called Matthew. I asked if anyone was up for ORAS OU, and he said yes, so we had this battle and it was an epic. So yeah, we're both using Mega-Loppuny, that is the thing, and we're also both using Slowbro and both using Excadrill, so we have a bit of symmetry right there, but we do have some different looking teams. I made this team because I wanted to try out Mega-Loppuny. It turned out to have a lot of bulk to it. That was accidental, and then we've got a Sylveon just Wish Passive. That is actually a very gimmicky set. It doesn't work out here, and I try and force it to work, and it actually puts me in a worse position. But hopefully I will get that Sylveon set to work soon because I think it's got a lot of potential. We've got a standard defensive Slowbro. We have an Air Balloon Excadrill with both Rocks and Rapid Spin because I wanted it to fill both those roles. I thought it was a good thing to do. We have an AV Conk, but I brought the wrong set. It's like a stupid 5th gen Gut set with a Flame Orb. But this, I put AV on it, not realizing it was that set, and it really kicked me in the butt because I did that. Oh, it's so annoying. And then my final one is just a special attacking Thunderous. It's got lefties, it's got a Nasty Plot, and it's got Thunder Wave. Looking at the opponent's team, interesting team, got the Sand, so probably Sand Rush Excadrill as opposed to my Mold Breaker one. Other than that, not sure if it's a Scarf Lando or if it's going to be something defensive. He's got the Slowbro for that though, so probably not. But it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out. So let's get into the match. I do think that he'll probably lead with a Lando. I'm going to lead with my Fake Out Lopunny anyway, just to get some scouting going on, because Fake Out is a great move to scout with. So I'm going to come in, Mega Evolve first turn, and straight away we'll be able to see if he's got the Leftovers or the Choice Scarf, so that is really good knowledge from the off. And we're going to do that. He's got the Intimidate on me though, so the Fake Out shouldn't do too much. That is an alright amount though, and we see he has no lefties. So I'm going to switch out predicting the Scarf as he goes for the Superpower, probably hoping to catch me off guard, but all these guys are most likely Scarf if they don't have lefties, so I was going to switch out anyway, go into my Slowbro to tank that. It turns out he goes with the Superpower. I was kind of expecting him to either EQ or U-turn out, but that's really fine. That works well for me, and it means that I can go for a Scold that hits pretty much his whole team. If I get a burn on anything, that's going to be good. The only thing that it doesn't hit is Slowbro, but if I get a burn on that, that's going to be great. Unfortunately, I don't get a burn on the Tyranitar, but I do a good chunk to it. I'm going to switch out now because it is a T-type, could do a Dark move, probably wouldn't do too much anyways, but I don't want to stay in it nevertheless. So going to my Conkeldurr, probably could take any hit from this guy. He does get up his Rocks, which is going to be frustrating because Thunderous can't come in freely, which I kind of want it to be able to because of this guy, the stupid Paul. I actually predict the switch into Slowbro here because I do not have Knockoff, and Knockoff would have been really good for me there. But I predict the switch into Slowbro and go into my Thunderous to try and threaten him out. But I do realise that this is an easy switch for him into the Excadrill. Unfortunately, I don't carry the Focus Blast that would have been particularly useful in this situation. So I'm going to switch out and I'm going to again predict the switch into his Excadrill. So I did like 2 switches without attacking and whatever, but I'm just trying to get the momentum. I didn't have any momentum in there with Thunderous, but now I do have a bit of momentum because I have my Slowbro. I can go for another Scold, try for a burn on something, just try and get that chip damage because Scold is a very good move for me. It's working out right now, and Slowbro is doing his thing. He goes into his own Slowbro. It means that I can go for that, and I actually do get the burn that's going to be really helpful, especially because he set up his own Sand. It means that I will be doing consistent damage to Slowbro because I negate the lefties with the Sand and then get the burn damage on top, so that's really great. I don't want to stay in on this Slowbro right now because I understand he may well try and status me himself either by going for the Scold or by going for a Toxic. So I go into my Sylveon, not as crucial a wall in this case because he doesn't have many special attackers, and the only special attacker he does have is Gengar, which I'm not going to take on too well right now. But I'm just going to go straight for the Wish. Going to throw up the Wish because it will give me some momentum. If he switches out into something that I don't like, I can switch into something else and throw the Wish to that. But I just felt like that would be the best play. So he actually goes into his Gengar right now, making the offensive play. That's fine with me. I actually do carry Psyshock on this strange Sylveon that you will hopefully see do more stuff in future, but It's not going to work out for me this match because he is a sub version of Gengar, which means that he can stall me even though I have the Psyshock. I don't want him to let him get up the sub because Gengar kind of threatens my team. If he has the sub, it will do big damage to anything that would outspeed and take out the sub, and nothing else really takes on very well. I could have switched straight into Conkeldurr there. I do have the payback, so I would have been able to take out the sub, but it's really, I didn't want my Conkeldurr taking much damage right now, and I had the Wish up, so I thought, why not just stay in with Sylveon, because the Psyshock will do a lot of damage. It would actually take out the Gengar from there. I thought he might go for the Sludge Bomb right now, and I would have been able to take it, and I would have been able to take him out with the Psyshock. But he actually predicts my Psyshock this turn and goes into his Tyranitar, which is really good for him. He gets the Sand Up again, very annoying, and I'm not going to outspeed this, but on the off chance that I do live any hit, I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice to get some damage on this thing. It would do damage to anything on his team, really. And if he goes into his Excadrill, which we see he does here, it's floating on the balloon, and I can pop that balloon. So that's great. Because my Excadrill still has a balloon, it's going to take on this one very well. So that's a really good thing to happen for me. So I'm going to go into my own Excadrill right now, and I am going to want to get the spin-off because, as I say, rocks are annoying for me because I want to be able to freely switch into my Thundurus. It's quite important just threatening the Slowbro. He makes a play going into his Landorus. I've already seen the superpower, so I don't really want to stay in. And anyway, I don't want my balloon to be popped with a U-turn, so I'm going to switch out right now, go into my Conkeldurr, predicting him to go for a U-turn or a superpower. He actually goes for the knockoff. That's fine as well, because it's not going to do any damage. But I don't have Ice Punch on this guy, which is really annoying, and I don't have knockoff. I did want to go for a knockoff right here again. Would have been really useful. If I could have got rid of this thing's lefties, he would be taking 18% damage residual a turn, which would have helped so much. It meant that his switch-ins on any Pokemon wouldn't be as viable. He's taking an extra 80. That's 36% over 2 turns. So that would have been super helpful. But no, I brought the wrong one. It's my own fault. I was silly. I'm just gonna stay in and go for some paybacks right now. I don't want to take an EQ from this thing, so I'm going to switch out. He actually just hard switches. He could have U-turned there, which maybe would have benefited him a bit more because I do switch into my Slowbro. He would have been able to get some damage onto that. But I'm not going to stay in here anyway because I know that he has the Toxic, so I'm actually going to switch out because I really can't afford my Slowbro to be Toxic. My Slowbro is a calm mindset, and once his Slowbro goes down, it could potentially do some things. He does still have Gengar though. So that's not something that I really want to be playing around with. So I go back into my Conkeldurr here. I know that I've been knocked off and I don't have my AV, but I should be able to take that relatively well. If he got the burn, then I'd have been doing big damage, probably with the Facade, because that actually does more than a super effective payback, because payback is weak. Why do I have freaking payback? Oh my god. Anyways, he's able to take me out with a Scold, and that is the end of Conkeldurr. So now I want to threaten this thing out, but I don't want to go into my Thundurus. If I go into my Thundurus, it's a free switch in for him to go into his Tyranitar and get the Sand Up. So I'm going to go into my Lopunny. I know that if I can go for a Fake Out return combo, that will kill. I'll be able to get Fake Out damage on anything that I want to, and I can then just go for an HJ Gay if he does bring in his Sandsetter, which is what he does. I mean, I know that the switch into whatever is going to happen, either this guy or his own Slowbro, but I will be getting damage on anything, and I didn't want to risk my Lopunny, because my Lopunny is definitely a win condition right now. If Lando goes down, then Slowbro is weakened, Lopunny can do things. But I do risk this play. I thought that he'd either go for a U-turn or a knockoff, which he does, and I'm able to be able to take that Lando down very far. I'm gonna go for another high jump kick here, just because that's what I thought it would be the best thing to do. I thought that he might U-turn out. That's why I was going for that high jump kick in case he wanted to go into something to take a return, but he doesn't. So I'm going to switch out right now and go into my Genie, because I thought that he might be slacking off or something like that, or going for a Toxic. I did not think that he would just attack straight out. So that worked out for me. It means that I got my genie in safely here. Now, I thought that he might go back into his Excadrill. The Excadrill was spooking me a little bit, even though it shouldn't have been, because I do have my own Slowbro that can take it on very well. But I don't like this. I don't like this matchup. I'm gonna go into my Excadrill actually, and I was predicting his switch into his own Excadrill because obviously mine with the balloon takes it on really well. But he actually stays in and goes for the Ice Beam, which surprised me a lot because that means that he was predicting me to stay in so that he could hit me with an Ice Beam, and he thought that he could take a Thunderbolt. And that was really frustrating because if I had taken out this thing, oh my lord, my like that would have been so useful. This is the thing that is stopping so many of my attackers. My Lopunny would have been fine. If this thing was dead, my Lopunny would have practically won the match from here. So that was really annoying. But I do manage to get up my rocks. That's important. It means that his Landorus is dead unless he's got the Rapid Spin on his Excadrill. So I need to try and stop his Excadrill from getting any Rapid Spins off right now. And I'm going to try and just keep the EQs going on Paul because I don't feel like I've got a switch in at the moment. Everything else is a bit more crucial than my own Excadrill here. I know that I can live a Scald, which is great, but he gets the burn, so that's not great. He's going to kill me anyway. But I have left Slowbro at a very low amount of health. If I can threaten him out now, it means that later on when he comes in on rocks with the burn, I could potentially kill him, even if it's switching in on my Lopunny. So I can bring in my Lopunny here. Again, the same scenario. I don't want to go into my Thunderous because it means a free switch into his Tyranitar. He sacks his Lando, which is a good play on the switch. Doesn't get the Intimidate though because it dies to rocks, so that's good for me. And now he can go into his T-Type again, and I'm just going to go straight for a high jump kick again. I don't want to over-predict. His Slowbro is at a point where I would be able to take it out with Sandstorm, Rocks, Burn, and a high jump kick. That would actually kill his Slowbro, I think. Maybe not. It would definitely 2-hit KO anyway. But he stacks his Tyranitar to get the free switch into his Excadrill. I've got the switch in on the Excadrill. I actually go into my Genie thinking he might predict my Slowbro switch. Either that or he would go for an EQ anyway. So that was a good play by me. I kind of retain momentum. And that was just in case he did want to switch out predicting my Slowbro. Because if he went into Gengar, I would have been able to outspeed with my Genie. The problem is, he actually has Swords Dance. So that didn't work out for me too well. It meant instead of taking 2 Earthquakes though, I just take a Swords Dance boosted one, so it was practically the same thing. And Slowbro can definitely take a Swords Dance boosted EQ and kill this Excadrill. So that's the thing. We're getting to the end game now though. He's only got his Gengar, Slowbro, and Lopunny left. His Gengar is coming in now, and it's going to get a kill. Basically, if I switch out, he can just go for a Sludge Bomb now, and it will kill something. And I've seen sub before. I can't let him get up a sub, so I'm definitely going to stay in and go for a Psychic with my Slowbro. I'm feeling like Lopunny is my win condition. My Lopunny can beat everything. Slowbro is low enough to the point where a return with all the residual will take it out. This thing it gets outspared, and his own Lopunny has not megaed yet, so I can outspeed that. If it has the Fake Out, then it will come down to a Lopunny speed tie. I do have my Thunderous, which can Thunder Wave his own Lopunny as well. But this is going to be tight. This is going to be really, really tight. So I'm going to go into my Thunderous right now to revenge the Gengar. Because if he has the Fake Out Lopunny and things, it's not great. Also, if he gets a free switch into his Slowbro without the burn and stand damage, then that's not great either. So I'm going to go into my Thunderous. It means that he's forced into his Lopunny. So I can force that. I know that I can live a Fake Out. I could stay in, live a Fake Out, and go for a T-Wave. But I wanted this thing to kill the Slowbro. I'm not sure if he gets a free switch into Slowbro. I'm not sure if a return kills. So I'm going to switch out, thinking he's definitely going to go for Fake Out because I outspeed with my Thunderous. And I can take that, and then I can go for the high jump kick and hope to win a speed tie. However, he goes for the Ice Punch and freezes me, and that is game. That is game. So it came really close at the end there. He gets a power-up punch up as well, which was kind of important, and that's because of the freeze. Because actually, my Thunderous could have potentially lived an Ice Punch from where it's at. But I go into my Thunderous now. So yeah, that freeze was big. You saw as well. I won the speed tie, but I was frozen, so that was not to be. I have to go for a T-Wave right now and hope for some power hacks, but it doesn't happen. That was a great match though. It came right down to the wire. If I had not got frozen, I do believe that I would have won that one. It would have been very close, but I do believe I would have had it. Because he couldn't switch into slow pro, it would have died for sure, because it was a low, because I've been pressuring it. And I won the speed die, but I was frozen. Oh my god! But that was a really great battle. Thank you so much, Maria. And I think that was a great one to showcase the power of Lopunny. My Lopunny was my win condition, and it would have won me that match if it hadn't got hacked out by the other Lopunny. So yeah, really, really great. A good Lopunny showcase. And I enjoyed it so much. It was so competitive and came right down to the end game. And I love good end games. It makes the whole thing. So yeah, please, please show your support for this. I think that this was potentially one of my best Wi-Fi battles that I've had. I've been foofootoo, you've been awesome. And hopefully see you next time. Bye.